I gotta say, I've seen the first 4 episodes of the show. I can't wait to see the rest of them when they start dropping. But I'm curious, first off, for you, I know right at the beginning of the show, Daniel Tosh says this is a show to try and find who's the best at being a reality star out of who was available during the production window. I'm curious for you, just outside of yourself, your co-stars, who would you consider the GOAT of reality TV?
Ooh.
Tila Tequila.
That was a generation. That was a moment.
Joe, go ahead. Don't look at me. I'm so naked.
Oh, you're not.
Can I phone a friend? Listen, I always loved watching Tiffany Pollard. I find
Mm,
myself watching
Mhm.
these little videos and skits and things that she's done. She's hilarious and unapologetically herself.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
right.
be. I mean, the Kardashians, right? Isn't that like the
Oh.
biggest reality show like up there? Is that right?
Yeah.
Joe.
I mean, I don't know.
Joe.
I'm gonna throw out one of the Kardashians,
Any of them.
whichever.
Right. It changes by the day.
This is like no.
For the three of you, once you did get into the house, you saw who else you're competing against. I'm curious who you thought your biggest competition was, maybe who you were most intimidated by. Just what were the initial reactions?
Okay, my first person that I was intimidated by was Justin.
What?
Oh,
And I thought 100% you were gonna win the show, like the goat, the
She just liked my
everything.
wig that I walked in and
No,
my high heels.
no. But I like your two characters. Alyssa Edwards just set it off for me. And what happened was Alyssa left and came back as Justin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so flattered. Well, thank you,
Hmm.
CJ. I will tell you, CJ, I'm not going to give away too much, but there's one episode, there's one little goat challenge. Leave you at that. That
Mhm.
CJ really surprised me, and I thought she's flying under the radar. That beautiful one right over there. Um, I think for me, when I looked at competition, it was more about a personal goal for myself. So it was like, look, don't be afraid to dive in, jump in the mud, jump in the water, balance on one foot, whether it's physicality or it's luck, go for it. So I think I was just kind of in my world trying to figure it all out.
I guess I'm just chopped liver with these two. So like they're like if we even, I don't even know why I'm in this room at this point.
7 foot tall. Of course, he's competition. He's a strong
Who's
guy.
gonna walk in just first impressions?
um,
Just look, sizing everyone up. Who would you bet on?
who do I think was gonna win?
Yeah, just walking in.
Probably myself, but I will say my biggest fear was like, oh, how bad am I gonna embarrass myself on this show? So
Mm.
I really couldn't even like get out of my own head. I
So
was
let's
so
answer that. How bad did you do?
yeah. Stay tuned.
No spoilers.
Stay tuned.
So when you watch it though, Joe, are you like, I really did that?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this was fun because it was fun. When we watch it now, we look back and like we did have a good time. So
Yeah.
that's what's nice. But I do when it comes to competition, and none of us were like game players.
Yeah.
No,
It's kind of
not at
hard to
all.
it's hard to size anyone up because we had no idea what we were doing.
Right. You
So
guys come from very different worlds for
yeah,
compared to what this show is.
for sure.
Yeah.
And what was that learning curve like just when it comes to alliances and strategy? Because obviously that's a very different thing for the three of you.
Yeah, you're, I can't speak. We sucked.
All of us?
I mean, I can't speak for you. I can
Nice.
speak for us.
Nice.
She said no spoilers, but I can speak for me and Justin.
You know, games like this though, it's a numbers game. Like all
Yeah.
I feel like all the competition games really are, it's a numbers game. And if you have the numbers on your side, usually you're safe, but you never know. Like those could turn like that.
Oh, yeah. What is the weather like? Okay. On a Monday versus a Wednesday. There you go.
Yeah.
And do you think, that your other housemates had maybe preconceived notions of you based on seeing you on your past shows? And do you think that helped or hurt your game in the long run?
No one saw F-Boy Island.
I didn't
I
see not
watched.
I didn't see not one show.
You were
Yeah.
the viewer?
I'm the one.
Ew.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, like I don't know. Like I knew who everyone was, but I don't think I watched any.
You knew who I was?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You watched
You
Drag Race
Everyone
too?
know. You're everyone like that text me about the show is like, oh my God, Alyssa Edwards.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, oh, you're the catch. You're the star.
You're the star. 100%.
And how was it living with everyone? Because that is obviously a different experience for most of you also.
That's another layer added to all of this. You're sleeping on a twin bed in a room with 3 other
Oh,
adults
I forgot
from
we had
different
two
walks of life.
beds.
You don't know, and you're sharing one bathroom. I
Oh,
mean, so you're like, oh, like, okay, we're gonna schedule times. Who's gonna get to shower? Yeah, that was a challenge right there.
Well, the girls had we had one giant shower with 2 heads separated by a curtain. So certain days, certain challenges, we would all be in there just washing each other.
I'm from Bachelor in Paradise, and I slept outside for that whole season. So I was good. I was chilling. I had a roof over my head.
Yeah, you were sleeping on couch all the time.
Yeah. I
No,
don't Joe's strategy. He's napped more than me for
Joe's strategy was so smart. Just fly under the radar.
lay
Like,
low.
Under a
he's laying low and say, like, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and let all of them just pick each other off one at a
just
time.
left.
I'll be the last goat standing.
And I think on the other end of the spectrum, Justin, from what I've seen, you kind of get into it with a couple people. You know, there's Davon and Kristen.
Yes.
Does that just come from being in such close quarters, not being able to maybe separate personal from game? Just what leads to moments like those?
I think it's a combination of living with someone you don't know, working with someone in very close proximity, and then also the competition in itself. Some of us were there just to have a good time, challenge ourselves. Listen, this show is total camp, all right?
Yeah.
And this isn't like, from what I thought. I mean, it's the GOAT. CJ said it best in the trailer. I'm not going to be that invested in a show called The GOAT. But there were some people that were like, oh, this is life or death right here. And I'm in it to win it. With that being said, I am competitive and, but I think I was more trying to have fun with it and get to know people and connect.
You were.
And celebrate. This show is a celebration of reality television. And I think some were just taking it more serious. And here's the thing. Once after a long day, you have a nice margarita, and Chef Jason is in there cooking it up. It's like, today you really got on my nerves. And you got on my nerves. And then it's like a family thing, like a sibling. You get into it, you hash it out, you deal with it. Tomorrow's a new day.
And tomorrow,
right?
Yeah, kind of like the same day. Over
right, over and over again. Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. Yeah.
Am I the drama?
No.
Am I the drama?
You must be not the drama.